Welcome, my Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to your timeless true love timeline reading. Timeline? Timeline, it's a new term. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, they're my initials. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one on the way. First one is called Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch. The second one is called Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, and there is a Kindle version available of Words of Grace and a link in the description box, and if you click it you can preview the first chunk of it for free, including the table of contents. You will see it is primarily divided into chakra chapters. There are chakras in this reading. You might find it helpful. It's essentially a book of prayer, and it's lovely, it's clean, it's pristine, it's very Kindle. The original version, though, which is a Fellini film fest compared to the Kindle version, is over on patreon.com/drawing the circle in our digital store, as well as the only place where you can get Spell Ingredients from a professional witch. You don't need to be a subscriber to shop in the store, but our digital store is really cool. We got the ebooks there, we got some video classes and workshops, we got some audio materials over there available for download, previews for the audios and videos, which are really cool. Some of my subscribers get those books, videos, and audios as part of their subscription package. In fact, God and Goddess Top Tier gets all of that, but the majority of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning. I did it this morning. It was great. We chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with some kind of spiritual practice to send us on our way. It's the wisest way for this witch to start the day, considering what I do every single day in my work, career, and vocation. They also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless, as well as relationship stuff based. Let's just call it relationship stuff because it's a lot to unpack, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for private sessions, spiritual counseling readings, and all of that stuff. We'll talk about that at the end of the reading if you want to chill for that. You can follow us for free. I put out content specifically for my free followers, although my subscribers get to see it too, as well as you can 7-day free trial us as a seeker or a human, our first 2 levels of subscription if you want to dip a toe. It's the coolest thing I've ever done. I love me some Patreon, and we're having a field day over there. A very supportive community, really, really lovely. So if you feel so intuitively called as Cancerians, if you feel so magnetically drawn, click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Hey, my mom named me. She's a Cancerian sun sign. I dedicated Words of Grace to her. Really, just click the link for Kindle. Read the dedication to my mom. So, let's get down to biz, shall we? We'll do some explanation for the new crab cakes and cross-watchers, and then we'll jump into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead, although we added a card to this spread this time around. Hi, crab cakes. Love you all. I've always had a Cancerian in my life. My mom moved up to Saratoga Springs to be closer to my Cancerian mother. We had a lovely holiday, even though this is a timeless read. So I'm glad to do the explanation. So here's the tea, the shade, hopefully with some pink lemonade to make it go down easier. A true love timeline reads, simple timeline, past, present, and future, about your journey, your hero's journey on the path of true love. I do the larger extended reads, path of true love reads, and all that stuff. This is sort of a simpler version because now I'm taking clients here in Saratoga Springs, and my life changed. I'll get back to doing the extended someday, just not right now. At least in the time of the timeless recording. So let me tell you what we're going to use. We're using 4 different decks to get 8 cards on the table. We're getting 3, strength card, 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakra, the internal, the feminine energy, the goddess energy, your creative intuition, past, present, and future. Those will be face down, so we'll look at those as we get these 3 cards on the table face down for the lower 3 chakras, relationships in the physical world, the masculine energy, the yang dynamic, and the mythic tarot is all Greek myth, and I love Greek mythology. And then we will get 1 Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelo, consecrated, blessed, whatever you want to call it, given to the higher selves of all involved, so the cross-watcher, the Cancerian, anybody else involved. And then we will end with one Matt Kahn healing mantra, because the path of true love, the true love timeline, call it what you will, it's all about healing. Because here's why: you are the common denominator in all of your relationships, regardless if they're romantic, familial, work, it doesn't matter. You shift you a little bit, everybody else shifts, right? It's the quantum unity of it all. Please don't make me do math, right? Too much math in that quantum stuff, but I get the basic vibe, right? So you're shifting to a more true love timeline rather than a false love timeline, if you get what I'm saying. So, if you're wanting the romance and, the intimacy and the sexuality and all of that, that's fine. But do understand, you don't have to focus on those in order to come into alignment with a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser, truer version of that. Because here's the tea. Again, I'm serving a lot of tea today. Truth in the third eye. Love in the heart chakra. The throat chakra is willpower. So bringing those chakras into alignment, in congruence, if you want to look at it that way, of course that's going to shift the energy that goes out through the lower chakras and into the physical world. I think it was pretty decent explanation. So let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I promise I will do anything I can to help anybody shift to a more truthful, loving timeline, so that we anchor that energy into the Earth's electromagnetic field, because we're talking about, not just the romantic stuff, we're talking about the true love that conquers all, the true love that heals all wounds, and the true love that breaks all curses, societal, ancestral, and otherwise, right? All by you learning to love yourself more and more and more as we are. Hey, I'm still in the game. I'm still learning. So, both feet on the floor if you can. The shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point, and it's one of my favorite things to do. So let's go there. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My goddesses override. A place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please, 3 cards face down, past, present, future, simple timeline for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and their cross-watchers who are watching this video, who are intuitively drawn to this reading, or maybe they just follow me. What's going on? Heart, third eye, crown. Where have they been in the past? Where have they been in the true love timeline? Where are they now? Point of power is always in the present moment, so this is always the most important one there. Heart, third eye, crown. And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in their relationships for this timeless true love timeline read? We're going to get these 3 face down as well, and then we'll flip them over, past, then present, then future. Please take a nice deep breath. Order and method, little gray cells, breathe. I am a Virgo. Still point. My gods override. A place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved gods, what's going on? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, them looking at themselves, inside out, them looking at people, places, and things. Masculine, yang dynamic, where they have been. Where are they now? Point of power always in the present moment. Remember, that one popped out very easily. And where are they headed if they just do their best? Nobody crosses every T and dots every I 24/7, 365 of every single lifetime. But if they do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering decisions, where are they headed? in the True Love Timeline for this True Love Timeline read. Well, we are off to a bang, as it were. It's a major arcana card. When I do a chakra read with so few cards, I do them, or there's one card for every chakra. When it's major arcana card, it usually fuses them all together, right, or all working in alignment. And here you got the trickster, coyote woman, in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Look up the spirit. Well, there's a difference between a totem and a spirit animal. Look at the totem of the coyote, and you will know it is the trickster. Now, Daughters of the Moon Tarot is a feminist deck, so it doesn't overly use masculine symbolism, particularly patriarchal symbolism. So what she did, oh God, her name just flew out of my head. Fiona Morgan, thank you, spirit guides. What she did is she took the devil card and split it into the coyote woman and oppression. So Coyote Woman, the trickster, is a teacher. Every pantheon throughout time and space has had a trickster, right? Even Saint Germain of the Ascended Masters, right? A saint, still a trickster and an alchemist. So this is about shadow work. I mean, in the moonlight, I don't know if you can see it on the card, maybe you can, right under Coyote Woman's foot, there is a shadow there. So it looks like if you've been doing shadow work in the internal world, then certainly that might pay off for you, because it's all about healing, right? It's all about feeling the uncomfortable stuff, facing the stuff we don't want to face, embracing the shadow and healing, right? Because as we do that, that's why I do the shadow reads as well. And now you got a court card. Now, before I say what the card is, court cards can be you looking at yourself, even if you don't have the zodiacal placements of this particular sign, as well as you could be dealing with someone of this ilk, but may not have any planets in the sign. I don't read that way, not a general read. That's why I like private readings. We can discuss, well, how does it feel about this person? And then we figure that out. You got the King of Wands, the Aries card. This is Jason of Jason and the Argonauts. I mean, eventually became king, but what he had to do to get there, was quite a bit. Retrieving the golden fleece there. Now, Aries is cardinal fire. That is a square to cardinal water, Cancer, who is the King of Cups. Now, I will say, if this is you from the outside looking in, again, if you have planets in Aries, even if you don't have planets in the sign of Aries, look at what houses it's in, right? Like, I'm Leo rising, right? But I'm Virgo, right? So me looking at that helps me see that a little bit. Plus, I have Saturn in Aries, which is very Generation X. So this is, regardless, cardinal creative fire, something initiated, or you're dealing with somebody that triggered you into doing some shadow work, looking at your fears. Look, there are 4 ego wounds: abuse, neglect, codependence, and loss, right? And all of those are about many things, but relationships in particular. So we all have those ego wounds, and the first house, Aries, is ego, personality, and the sense of self, which is self-esteem, self-love, self-approval, the whole 9. So behind you, let's see where you are now, because this is the leverage point here. And interesting. All right. So, on the inner, you got the 4 of Pentacles. Now, an earth element on the inside is not about your biological organs. I know it should, but it's not. This is about the wisdom that you've gained from experience in the world. And it would make sense, if you're coming from a place of shadow work and still in it, that you would have the 4 of Pentacles. Now, inside, written on the bottom here, is the word security. So this is a sense of rest. Maybe your heart chakra is boundaried, but I wouldn't say closed, right? That there is a rich, deep wisdom, a wealth of wisdom within you, that it is a time of rest. It is a time of stability, and there's nothing wrong with saying, I need to pull back. I need to take care of me. I need to guard my heart, not necessarily harden your heart, quarter flash alert. But with Scorpio on the outer, again, regardless of zodiacal placements, this is a general read, fixed water, okay? Now, fixed water Scorpio trines cardinal water Cancer, the water signs working together there. This is Helena Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships, and seriously, easier ways to exfoliate if you really want to know. Private message me. The Scorpio energy, 8th house dynamic, money, sex, power, mysticism, and other people's resources, secrets, depth, and certainly a card of shadow work. Now, I can't help it. I don't want to say I'm a fan of Doreen Valiente, but I love her, and I hope she is either a spirit guide or reincarnated on the planet because we need her. From the Wiccan Read poetic version, though I am no longer Wiccan, I'm an eclectic witch. Soft of eye and light of touch, speak ye little, listen much, but I would add to that and feel very deeply, if that's you from the outside in. Or you might be dealing with a scorpionic energy in your life, a person. These are both people, court cards, particularly kings, queens, and knights, I see as literal people in the world. But a king and a queen on the table already, right? That's interesting. I want to see if another court card shows up. But certainly, regardless of astrological placement, this is Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, the transformer, because there's always more than meets the eye, particularly with Scorpios. That's why I try not to date them, although I have amazing Scorpio friends. So where you're headed. Okay, now look, don't freak out about this one, because Daughters of the Moon is quite different from Rider-Waite-based tarot, although blessed be Pamela Coleman Smith. Three of Blades is the Three of Swords, but here it's not so much about heartbreak, nor is really the Rider-Waite Three of Swords, because the heart isn't broken. It's an air element. It's thought. This is getting to the heart of the matter, why those three swords converge to get to the heart of the matter. Here, the key word written here is focus. It's a maiden, a mother, and a crone, I guess hanging out in Egypt, because there's a pyramid and the Sphinx and all of that in the background. But the three of them focusing their minds together, with each one having like a crystal shard coming from them. But I don't know if you can see at the top there with the lighting, but focusing into a star crystal above them, right? A little sacred geometry going on there. Quite a lot of sacred geometry now that I look at that card. So this is very third eye. This is, again, is it throat chakra? Not if you're not sharing, right? Your free will. Your free will to share what you're going through or not. However, what I like about this, because there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's time to get down to the heart of the matter, because our will gets weak and our thoughts, they might scatter. So maybe you're thinking about forgiveness, even if you're not so into them anymore. Ace of Pentacles on the outer here, an opportunity comes that might very well make you be like, oh no, I don't think about this. Do I want to do this? It's not the two, it's not a choice, it's something that comes in the physical world, an opportunity. Now, for me, the Ace of Pentacles, I've always seen it as a healthy eggcorn, right? A potential. You can do anything you want. Everybody's so creative. Yeah, I love her. You can do anything with an eggcorn, right? You could feed it to a squirrel, right? You can crack it under your heel. You can throw it in the bonfire, or you can plant it and nurture it to grow. And over its lifespan, it will shed billions of acorns over a rather long lifespan. So it's not saying what you're going to do here. It's just saying where you are in the timeline. This could be a day, this could be a week, this could be a year, it could be a decade, spaced out there in all sorts of different ways. But you're adding that to the wisdom, right? So this wisdom that you have now by soft of eye, light of touch, speak ye little and feel a whole lot much, brings you to this clarity where you can see to the heart of the matter, your issue, their issue, the contract, whatever it is that you're dealing with, as a result of something coming in an Ace of Pentacles, right? But your choice. So let's clarify that with, as I said, a whisper of love oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. So whether you see yourself as the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups, absolutely that could be valid, zodiacal placements or otherwise. But, it does feel like there are some peoples involved here, right? Relationships and all that. Please take a nice deep breath. Doesn't feel tribal, though. Does not feel like a whole bunch of people. Still point. Higher selves override. Place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love, the piece of guidance, grace, wisdom, power, insight needed by the Cancerian collective and their cross-watchers to travel the true love timeline, making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions they can make for this timeless read. New love. There you go, Poseidon the Earth Shaker. Yeah, I think this might shake you a little bit. New love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to opportunities, work opportunities, or spiritual growth. And I think really in the present moment, it's saying you have the safety and the security to feel everything, even the uncomfortable stuff here, because that's always an opportunity to love ourselves more, not less. Thank you, Matt God. He's incredibly helpful on my path. I want to meet him someday, just to like give him a hug and say thank you, and then like disappear. Yeah. We're a little different stylistically, but we're on the same mission, right? I'm taking the witch part of it, obviously. So look, a new love in play. Interpret that as you will, but I will also say, if you are identifying with that Queen of Cups, looking at yourself from the outside in, right? Looking at yourself, pay attention to your 2nd chakra. I mean, that's Scorpio area, right? If it goes, it's a yes. If it goes, it's a no, and that can change, right? Just saying. Each chakra has its own intuitive voice. Well, and I would also say then, if we're looking at the Aries here, right? Ego, personality, self, solar plexus. So, take this as you will. And let's get this last card on the table, Nat Khan Healing Mantra cards. These work if you work them. I love them. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters of True Love, please, one card in clarity. The perfect healing mantra, please, for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers watching this video who are drawn to this reading to help them make the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in their soul contracts in the True Love timeline for this timeless read. Resolving anger. Conflict reminds me when I need space for myself. That's right where you are, right here. It's like, okay. So, the thing about anger is it's usually passion blocked, right? Didn't get your way, right? Again, with the ego, it might have started there, but now it's part of a huge internal, or I would even maybe say external, transformation as well, because resolving anger, we can only resolve anger within ourselves, right? Because people can even like apologize and fall on their own swords, and still we can be angry. So conflict, right? That is the key word here. Conflict reminds me when I need more space for myself. And Cancerians, that's your gig, no question. When anchor Anchor Banker, they understand. When anger is resolved, you are able to see your emotional reactions or the abrupt responses of others as evidence of profound transformation taking place. And that's what brings in that crosswatcher, right? You could see the someone erupting as a Cancerian or vice versa. When anger is present, it acts as a sign of needing more space to face the feelings that are ready to be healed, or to balance out patterns of doing with moments of silent being. Come on, with the Scorpio card there. In other words, it can't be healed unless you feel it. but don't burn down the village, right? It's like, don't act on it, let it move through. It's at its most intense right before we accept it and go, it's okay, you're allowed to feel this, it's okay, I love you. No one needs to know you're doing it, by the way. That's why you pull back and take space for yourself. Done it plenty. Probably still gonna. I ain't done, apparently. As you resolve anger, you are able to find the time you need to be both rested and productive. This mantra is ideal for managing stress, deepening interpersonal communication. You want to do that after, right? You've taken some space for yourself, and tempering frustration. Now, tempering, that's what they do to metal to make it unbreakable, but what they put it through, right? It is a process of alchemy. Heat, pressure, and time. Yeah, go watch some YouTubes. Just put tempering metal or tempering steel in the search field. You will be shocked and astounded at what they put that stuff through. Awesome renovations. I love him. Anyway, so we're going to put this together in a blessimation, which is a combination of a blessing and a summation if you knew, and then we'll talk about cool stuff. Ready? One more time for this video, please. Take a nice deep breath. It's my favorite part. Let's see what comes out of my mouth. Channeling, in the game. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to travel the path of true love as heroes rather than villains in this true love timeline read, because they've faced their shadow to an extent. And when are we ever really done with that, considering every time we do that, we're helping to dissolve the collective shadow. And the easiest thing on planet Earth. With this Aries energy, if it's them from the outside, they're dealing with themselves, or at least they were in the past, or they were dealing with a cardinal fire energy that might have boiled their water a little bit. And because where they are now is a good place, there is a heart restedness here, a healing taking place, a balance, a stability, and some interior sense of security that may not be dependent upon anything else outside of them. With the Scorpio energy, possibly them from the outside looking in, soft divine, light of touch, speaking little but listening much and feeling much as they go through this, because where they're headed is incisive. It is insightful. It is getting to the heart of the matter, focusing with the Three of Blades, definitely feeling very third eye here before it hits throat, with a new potential, a new opportunity that comes to them with the Ace of Pentacles. And may they be blessed with all that they need with this new love to embrace this new opportunity of love that is here for them, that may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth, as well as a soul contract with someone, so that we all can resolve anger, conflict, reminding us when we need more space for ourselves. And may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to love themselves more, not less. For a love, a true love that conquers all. For a true love that heals all wounds. For a true love that breaks all curses, ancestral, societal, and otherwise. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So would it be. So it is. That's a power read, darlings. Absolutely a power read. If you liked it, if you felt it helpful, hit the like button. The thumbs up helps other crab cakes and cross-watchers find it. You want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe, and notification bell, and all that stuff. I ain't stopping. You can tell I love what I do, and I do what I love. But if you want the deeper dive, come Patreon on Patreon. Seriously, you can shop in our store, follow us for free, 7-day free trial, right? You subscribe, you get a whole bunch of different benefits, right? Daily check-ins, extended readings, and an extensive discount on booking me with private sessions. I do spiritual counseling, and I do video reads. We'll talk about that in a minute, right? And we do a half and half. We do all sorts of stuff, because that's where I really shine. That's both my healing and my mystical art fused together. Private sessions, and I love that they get that discount. Also, Also, should you like to book me for a private session with or without the Patreonic intervention, I made a video when my company turned 25 years old, when I finally raised my prices after 25 years, and it's a YouTube video called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. What a coincidence. I mean, James Redfield, please pick up the courtesy telephone. Some of you will get that, some of you won't. Look it up. Celestine Prophecy. I love that video. It explains everything you need to know about booking me, but we're afraid to ask, perhaps, right? It's okay. I'm a little intimidating. I'm Mars conjunct Leo rising, right? Explains what I do, what I don't, like what my boundaries are, right? Difference between spiritual counseling and readings. And when I do a reading or a spiritual counseling via video, we Zoom record it. It's a conversation. It's not just me talking to you, you're there in it, right? It's a one-on-one experience there. I record it, I send it to you, you download it, you tell me you downloaded it, I delete it from the cloud. That's about as confidential as you can get. No one needs to know about it but you. You share it as you like, but I won't have it anymore, and that's the gig. And certainly what I say in that video, which is the most important thing, I've never ever turned anybody away because of the lack of finances. I won't do it. It's just not who I am. That would hurt my soul. Ain't gonna happen. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way. We can work it out. We can work it out for surezies. Yeah, so watch the video. It makes my mom laugh, so we're keeping it just for that. Because I don't think I'm changing my prices again for another 25 years. Should I still be here? And until the last jar of Rapid Wrinkle Repair has been sold from the last CVS. So thank you so much for watching. I love this read. And look, Cancerians. Look, I was raised by a Cancerian mom. I could feel when she was angry, but didn't always necessarily show it, right? Silent treatment and whatnot. But that is another kind of form of taking space. So find your way through this. And of course, if you need a little assistance, reach out. I'm here to help. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed on the path of true love in the True Love timeline. I believe in you. You can do this. Heal, feel, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.